this physical body has been given to us only for a very short time. The maximum may be 100 years, if you are very healthy and very lucky. Otherwise, we have to go earlier. And where you will go after you drop your physical body? And where you were before you are found in a physical body? So that question you should ask yourself. And every seeker should meditate, at least remember a few times the death, because death is the only reality which is going to happen to all of us. Everything is uncertain. One thing is certain, we will have to die one day. And we don't know when, but it is certain that we will all have to die. And what will happen after death? And are you prepared to die happily? Are you ready to go back as we have packed up your luggage in the hotel room? Will you be able to check out in the same way from this world? Are you ready? If you are ready to check out from this world happily, you are a real meditator. Your meditation has matured. That is the test. If you can die happily with joy as you sleep. Sleep is a short death. Every night you die for this material world for 6-7 hours. If this world does not exist, you go into another world, dream world. Your money, your family, you forget everything. Another world starts for 6-7 hours. In the morning, when you wake up, then you realize that that was a dream world. When you are in dream, that time it looks real. So that is the illusion of dream. That when you are in dream, the dream will not look you dream, it will look real. When you are come out of the dream, then you realize that it was not reality, it was a dream. This world is also a big dream, friend. And when you will awaken, till you are dreaming in this world, we are all unconsciously dreaming in this world. There are two types of dream. One dream we see in the night with closed eyes. Our mind projects things and we see and we call it dream. This world is also another type of dream. Our mind projects and we see things. And these things are also not real. It looks real to us because we are dreaming. In the dream, when you see tiger, it does not look you a dream tiger, it looks real tiger. When you see aeroplane, it looks you real aeroplane. In the morning, you realize that it was not real. So whatever you see in this world also is a dream stuff. And when you will awaken, then you will realize and then you will laugh that I was creating unnecessary seriousness. It was a dream and I was unnecessarily serious about things. So that awakening is our target. Awakening from this mass hypnosis. People are hypnotized and they are, nobody sees the reality. I tell you, friend, one thing, you just contemplate over what I am saying. We don't see things. We project our mind and we see our own projections. We don't see the reality as it is. Your mind does not allow you to see the reality. your mind project things and you see your own projection. Leo Tolstoy has written a very good novel. In his novel he has said that one day he was working in his garden and he had garden tools. So that was stolen. So he had a doubt that the boy who is next door, he had a doubt that that boy has stolen his garden tools. He was working on the garden. So he was very angry. And he was looking at the boy, and the boy looked to him thief and very mischievous. And he could see all the doubts, and he was getting all the behavior in that boy, that he is a thief and he has stolen his garden tools. But he was growing more and more anger against that boy. But he had no proof, so he could not directly blame. But he had a concrete doubt, and his doubt was increasing every day, and anger was increasing every day. But after a few days, one of his friends said that, "Oh, I took your garden tools without telling you. I had urgent need, so I'm sorry, I'm come to return it." So he returned the garden tools, and then suddenly he see that the boy who looked to him a thief is very innocent. And he's so gentle. And for a week he was projecting anger and he was sure that the boy is a thief. But after a week when he got his tools back by his friend, in the same boy he started looking all the good virtues and good qualities. And he said, no, he is a very innocent, very honest, very wonderful boy. So world is a projection, friend. We don't, until you are enlightened, you cannot see things as they are. It's for sure. You don't see things as they are. You project your mind and you see your own projection. We can't see things. We only see our own mind. So that's one good understanding you take from this camp. So whenever you make a conclusion about anything, you be sure that your conclusion is not true. You can, unless you have not gone beyond the mind, unless your mind has not become silent, and unless you have not dissolved your ego, you can't see things as they are. And ego, friend, we are so associated with our ego, so much attached with our ego that we can give our life, but we cannot live our ego. For ego, people can give their life. But ego is more dear to us than our own life. That's why people commit suicide. When their ego is in danger, they are ready to die then. They are ready to commit suicide. But they will not see that their ego is hurt. So our ego and pride and our mind, we are attached with our ego with super glue. And the task of the master is to make you free from your ego. To disassociate yourself from your ego so that you can see your ego and you can be free from ego. It's a very difficult task, almost impossible task. You know that sulfuric acid is a very strong solvent. It can dilute anything. Even gold you put in sulfuric acid, it can dilute. But ego, even in sulfuric acid, people sometimes when their ego is in danger, they consume acid or poison and die themselves, but they don't leave their ego. Ego cannot dissolve, even sulfuric acid cannot dilute your ego. There is only one thing in this world who can dilute your ego and make yourself free from ego is your master, Guru. सिर्फ गुरु ही काम कर सकता है आपको अहंकार से मुक्ति दिला दे, कोई दूसरा नहीं कर सकता है. Because it is very painful work. To make you free from ego, you will never thank that person. You are so attached to your ego. So a master has to do a very thankless job. He has to pretend that he is your friend, but actually he is your enemy. So he has to do double work. No? And freedom from your mind and freedom from ego is the ultimate freedom. Once you are free from your ego, you are free in this universe, you become God. You become universal consciousness. The ego makes you confined in a small world, a small body, a small mind. It's like a wall you have created around you. The master will try to break that wall, then whole sky is yours. The whole universe, you become universal consciousness. That's enlightenment.